What's good, YouTube? It's me, Coach 67 Sports TV. Shout out to the awesome and amazing LDBC, Lions Den Boston community. Shout out to the greatest university in the world, the Southern University, home of the mighty Jaguars. This is your exclusive home for Southern University football content here on YouTube. Now, I'm just going to wrap up the quarterback portion of my position by position group breakdown. Now, coming off the recent Blue versus Gold spring game, I think the biggest question mark in terms of position groups is the offensive line, in terms of replacing Dallas Black and Jeremiah Stafford. However, I think the second biggest group that's a concerning question mark for me as a Southern University fan is the quarterback position. Now, in terms of the Blue versus Gold spring game that was recently played, three quarterbacks played in that particular game, which is Harold Blood, who's more than likely going to be the starter for the upcoming fall season. Dylan Marotta, who transferred from UAB, and Noah Barton, who transferred from Grambling State University. So those were the three quarterbacks that played in the Blue versus Gold spring game. Now, the thing I like about Harold Blood's performance, even though if this would have been a regular season, I think I would have been unsatisfied with his performance. The one thing I like is he showed progression from the last time I saw him when he played in the SWAC championship game against Jackson State. Now, at the beginning of the year, the previous season, when Southern had their home opener against Florida Memorial University, he played decent in that particular game. Then you fast forward to homecoming against Virginia Lynchburg. He had a very good performance in that particular game. However, it was a level of competition. Florida Memorial and Virginia Lynchburg, they're not SWAC level opponents. However, when he did play against a SWAC caliber competition in the SWAC championship game, when Jackson State just loaded up the box and blitzed everyone, he really couldn't handle the blitz, and he wasn't athletic enough to get out the way of the blitz. So in the Blue versus Gold spring game, he showed progression from the standpoint of him being able to step up in the pocket when he felt pressure. So that's one good thing in terms of his progression. Now, he made multiple throws that were questionable, and he had some very good throws. So I think since he's been at Southern 4 years, he has 2 years of eligibility remaining, it's clear and transparent that he's the front runner to be the starter in the fall. Now, Noah Barton, who transferred from Grambling, I didn't get to see a whole lot of him. Of course, by far, Harold Blood got the most reps and the most snaps at the quarterback position, followed by Noah Barton and followed by Dylan Marotta. Marotta and Barton, they probably had about the same amount of snaps. So, like I said, it's clear and transparent that Harold Blood is the front runner. Now, Chris Tucker was a freshman this past season. He's from Dallas, Texas. He went to Madison High School. He didn't play at all in the spring game. And then, of course, you have Zay Tessett, local 4-star product from Scotland Valley High School. He hasn't arrived on campus yet. And Jalen Woods from Marietta, Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, from Woodward Academy. He hasn't arrived on campus yet. So with these six quarterbacks going to make up Southern University's quarterback room this coming season. So one of these guys is going to be the starter. Like I said, more than likely, I think it's going to be Harold Blood, since he's been at Southern for 4 years. He has 2 years of eligibility remaining this coming season and the following season due to COVID. So it's going to be interesting to see if one of these other quarterbacks, whether that's Barton, Marotta, Tucker, or even Zay Tessett or Jalen Woods, and one of these other guys could beat him out for that quarterback spot. Now, like I said, in terms of the Blue versus Gold spring game of the three quarterbacks that actually played, not including Chris Tucker, not including Jalen Woods and Zay Tessett, those three young quarterbacks, in terms of the three veteran quarterbacks that actually played, I think if I had to rate them, I think Blood is, like I said, the front runner. And I'll say Marauder and Barton probably pretty much are on par in terms of being on the same level. So I think just like the previous group, you had Bashawn McCray, you had Blood, and you had Leonard Bubba McDaniel. I would say of the three previous quarterbacks from previous season, Bashawn McCray was your running quarterback and really essentially was a glorified running back playing quarterback. Harold Blood was your pure pocket passer, and Glendon Bubba McDaniel was the best of both worlds. He was your dual threat quarterback that could actually run and pass from the pocket. And if you needed to, you can move the pocket and he could pass the ball also. Well, in this particular context, based on what I saw at the recent Blue versus Gold Spring game, I would say Noah Biden is in that Bashawn McCray, Ladarius Skelton type role in terms of him being the most athletic quarterback. Now, I'm not saying he's as deficient as a passer as those two, but he seemed, from the eye test, he seemed to be the most athletic of the group. Even though he was the pure pocket passer last year, Harold Blood seems to be in the Glendon Bubba McDaniel role, even though by no stretch of the imagination would I say he's a dual threat quarterback. I think he seemed like he was capable of running if necessary, but more than anything, he was a pocket passer. And Dylan Marauder, he seemed like the more pocket passer, pure pocket passer of the group. Now, again, I'm not saying he can't take off and run if necessary, but more than anything, he seemed like, he was in a Harold Blood, John Lampley role, of the two previous pure pocket passer in terms of the two previous quarterbacks that was in that particular role. So it's going to be interesting to see which one of those three, more than likely it's going to be Blood, it's going to be the starter for the fall. But more than anything, is one of these three young quarterbacks, whether that's Zay Tested, whether that's Jalen Woods, whether that's Chris Tucker, can emerge and strongly compete for that position, or actually beat out one of those three veteran guys that actually played in the Blue versus Gold Spring game. So that's it for this particular video. If you saw any value in this video, like the video, share the video, comment in the comment section, subscribe to the channel. Also click the notification bell so you can be alerted anytime I post any new videos. Check out the family podcast, Bayou Sports Talk, here on my channel on YouTube every Saturday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Also check out myself and my brother Jared O11 Green on his channel for our Bayou Sports, our Southern Baller Show. So Southern Baller Show on my brother Jared O11 Green's channel, and Bayou Sports Talk here on my channel. Y'all have a blessed, phenomenal evening. I'll catch y'all tomorrow in terms of transitioning to the next position group, which should be the running back group for Southern University football. I'll catch y'all on the rebound. Y'all have a blessed, phenomenal evening. Peace and blessings.